Yeah. What's the guarantee? Yeah. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no breaks. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through on transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees. Street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pulled the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's
tickets.
go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
You know it's the breakfast with brother, man. Husband Berry, aka Stats with the Facts. Let's go. It's automatic, nigga. How we get the dough. Yellow D, what's happening? My brother Serville tapping in on TikTok. What's happening? Make sure y'all go tap in with my brother Serville, man, CEO of Drake Imperial Grapes, Columbus, Ohio, born and bred, black-owned winery. You dig? Of course, he make the Art Vino and the Don H. You know what I'm talking about? Tap in with my brother, man. Need to come back on the show, Serville, man. Yellow D, what's happening, man? My brother Yellow D tapping in on Facebook, man. Everybody coming through on the YouTube. What's happening? Yeah, I wanted to wait till Sunday to have this show. You know what I'm talking about? And the media is hey man, just like my brother Pac said back in the day, man. Hey, the media is full of dirty tricks, man. So you got to make sure, you know what I'm talking about, you're fortified in all the ways you need to be when you're engaging with the mass media. You know what I'm saying? The mainstream media, lamestream media, and now what we have, the social media, or what I call social engineering. Right? Now, CENAT, man. Shout out to the young brother, man. Right? For creating a financial situation for himself where he can take care of his family based off of his charismatic, magnetic personality to an extent, and able to, you know, get branding contracts and endorsement deals to where he can, you know what I'm saying, put himself in a very lucrative financial situation. And shout out to the young boy, the young brother, for putting his homies on and putting his homies as well as himself in a position to create generational wealth for themselves and their families, and collectively as a unit. AMP, I believe, is what they're called themselves. So, you know what I mean? Kudos to CENAT for that. But on the other hand, like I asked in the poll question, and you know, when it comes to REALTALK podcast, you know, we talk about this a lot. I asked the question, is CENAT an industry plant? Right? That's up for you to decide for yourself. Me, for sure, yes. Without a doubt, yes. No question. Right? And now we have this situation to where allegedly, and I do say allegedly, I put the title away, I put the title for a reason. But I'm saying allegedly because it has not been confirmed, right, or denied that CENAT, in fact, has ended his relationship with Nike. Neither has Nike said that they ended such relationship. So, I mean, you know, you got to do your due diligence, y'all. You know, I encourage y'all to, instead of jumping on something when the story first comes out, when it's fresh, because you want to have a hot topic to be talking about, you want to get some traction to your page or your channel or whatever the situation may be, I would encourage you to wait at least 2 to 3 days, 48 to 72 hours minimum, before you speak on things in a way that you would be speaking on them as if you know what's going on. I would encourage you to wait for more information to come out. So when you do speak on it, you'll be speaking it from a informed perspective as far as what's already been said factually about the situation. You know, when these things first came out or come out, there'd be a lot of speculation surrounding them, most of which probably is not true or not confirmed. So, you know, that's why I don't just be, now when it comes to certain situations, certain stories, certain topics, yes, I'll get right to it. But when it comes to things like this, I tend to fall back, like I said, 48 to 72 hours minimum. I might even wait a week, right? But 24 to 72 hours minimum. And I do my due diligence before I start talking to y'all about the stuff I'll be talking to y'all about. That way, it'll give me the time to do my due diligence and my research, so I can make sure that what I am talking to y'all about is actual facts, right? You say he might be a low-key fun boy. Hey, man. Yellow D said he think CENAT might be a fun boy on the low-ski. Hey, I wouldn't contest that. I wouldn't be surprised there is a video or footage or a picture, if I'm not mistaken, Yellow D, of Kai Cenat along with some other streamers, I think they are now, maybe some people from his neighborhood, where he took some very compromising pictures where they had their shirts tied up like this and all this crazy stuff like a broad, and they was doing the mannerisms of chicks or whatever. Google it. All right. But I wouldn't be surprised. You know, what you would be surprised, or should I say I'm not, but maybe a lot of y'all might be surprised by what guys will be willing to do for some money when ain't nobody looking. Right? I would not be surprised if it came out that young Kai Cenat was a fun boy. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Wouldn't be shocked. Wouldn't be awed. I wouldn't be like, oh, he's a fun boy. Like, nah. Especially after I seen that picture, Yellow D. It's a picture of the boy with his shirt. Hey, yo, man. You know? And everybody always say goofy stuff like, well, it shouldn't matter. Yes, it does matter. If a guy is portraying himself, presenting himself online as a personality, influencer, streamer, whatever y'all want to call him, and they're putting on this persona, this role, this image that they're a man, masculine man who likes women and females, having different chicks come on, fake having crushes on them, liking them, talking to them, and whatever the situation may be. And he's doing all that, but actually he's a fun boy. Actually, he engages in Paul's Diddy behavior. Then yes, that matters, because that compromises everything about him. Because we live in 2025 now. All y'all fun boys and fun girls can sit up there and live out the closet. Y'all can sit up there and come out the closet, man. Y'all ain't gotta hide in that closet. You can be a boy, you can be a girl, you can be both. You can engage sexually, both, whatever. Hey, man, you know, anything goes nowadays, man. So the fact that guys who are in fact or possibly potentially could be fun boys put on this portrayal of a guy who likes chicks and all of that, but they really don't, or they're willing to do some fun boy behavior activity in exchange for popularity, notoriety, fame, and money. Now, and I'm gonna say this, and when I say what I'm about to say, I'm saying it because I mean it and it's true. I'm speaking for myself and guys like me. There's not an amount of money that I could be offered to compromise my manhood. It just doesn't exist, right? Meaning that I can't be bought. I will not be bought. My integrity to me means everything, and it's worth more than any amount of money I could ever muster in my life, right? Any type of bread I could potentially get to put me in a financial situation where I can take care of me, my family, and be able to bless others, I would turn it all down in exchange for my integrity and my manhood. There's no amount of money that I could ever be offered to compromise any of those two things in any way. Right? My nigga Maurice, what's up? What's up with you, cuz? My man Ralph Bates Self, what's up with you, cuz? All my brethren tapping in on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Come on in, man. Now, I don't have anything against the young brother Kai Cenat. Let's just be clear, right? I know a lot of y'all make assumptions, and just because somebody talk about somebody in a particular way, y'all automatically assume and call that hate. Or you sassy ass, pants ass niggas call it shade. Right? I don't know this little dude. I knew nothing about this dude until about a year or so ago. Right? And actually, I've been watching some of his content to get some pointers to pick up on, right? Because I'm not a guy who's ashamed to get some game from somebody. Somebody who's successful at something that I'm doing, and see how I can extrapolate from that and add on to what I'm doing. Even if it's a guy who I'm old enough to be his fucking father. Now, also with that being said, y'all gotta understand, and Kai, if you happen to see this or hear this, young brother, I'm not hating on him, I'm keeping it real, right? I'm a lot older than you, a lot wiser than you, way more experience in life, and I know how certain things go, and I'm pretty sure what you are in concert with your Target deals and your Nike deals and your Gatorade and whatever else you got going on. As a guy who don't rap, who don't act, who don't play sports, or none of that shit. What in the hell is the young brother famous for? Is he charismatic and magnetic? Yes. I would be a hater if I said that he wasn't. Is he talented though? What does he do exactly? I beg to differ. I say no. Lucy, baby, what's good with you? We got my girl Lucy tapping in. I ain't seen just in the comment section in a while, Lucy, you know. He's famous from streaming on Twitch. Wow. And that leads me to what I'm about to say now. Now, I'm not saying that the young brother isn't charismatic and magnetic to an extent, because he is. He has a very welcoming, he has a very what can I say? He has a very intriguing persona about him. He's young, he lives in New York, he's from New York from what I understand. And he came up with a lot of those young brothers I see doing their thing on TikTok and YouTube out of the Bronx and out of Queens, man. These young brothers be doing their pranks and interviewing each other on the block. And, you know, they come from New York. So, of course, it's not easy to get a following, or it's difficult to gain a following in a city such as New York. All right. You know what it is, Lucy. As long as people tap in, however you tap in, it's all that matters to me, baby. You know, I mean, do I think that he's interesting? You know, Lucy, me personally, I don't think he's interesting. I think he's entertaining. But just because you're entertaining don't necessarily mean you're interesting, or vice versa. That's just my opinion, right? My opinion don't have to count for nothing to nobody but me. Mike Will, what's good with you, wax baby? Right? But, and shout out to Murder Mook for saying this when he was on Drink Champs, right? Or whatever podcast he was on with the girl Emma Rose when he said that. Meek Mill said, nowadays, having no talent is the new talent, right? And I got to be honest with you, man. Is Kai entertaining? Yes. Is he intriguing to a degree? Yes. Is he interesting? I don't know about interesting, right? But what exactly does he do, right? Where's the talent? Where's the gift? He don't rap. He don't act. He don't sing. He doesn't really have anything to offer as far as what the Most High has blessed him with, or at least he hasn't discovered what that is yet. Could be argued, right? But at the same time, like Murder Mook said, having no talent is the new talent. Your ability to gain an audience is not predicated on your gifts and your talents. Because if that was true, a lot more people will be on Kai CENAT level. Right? Now, do you necessarily have to be gifted and talented in any way to maintain, to gain, garner a specific following online nowadays? No. You could just talk about some controversial shit and the algorithm can decide to make you popular. Understand this, y'all, right? And I'm glad Lucy said that, because this is true. You don't determine if you go viral. Now, there's all types of SEO gurus out there who will tell you that if you invest this type of money and you do this, and that stuff is true. I'm not a hater, y'all. If you got the money to afford to invest in that type of stuff, you can, you know what I'm saying, influence the algorithm. You absolutely can. And there's people who are very savvy, very skilled in this tech and in this field who know how to do certain things that can help you out. And their services are absolutely worth paying for if you can afford them. So, you know, like I said, over here at REALTALK, we keep it 100, man. XL Pro, what's happening, man? No, we keep it 100 over here, man. I'm not a hater in any type of way. Some of them brothers that be hitting you up in your DM or and getting in contact with you, talking about some of their SEO guys, and they can help you. A lot of times they can. You just got to look into them and make the right decision based on you and what you can afford, right? But I mean, we living in a new age, y'all, now, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of us older guys, you know, millennials, you know, we're kind of like do things the hard grind way, and that's true. You can do that, but there's nothing wrong with investing money in the business and using the technology for your advantage. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I don't know about buying subs. I don't know about any of that type of trickery, fuckery. You feel me? But as far as like investing into your platform, cross-referencing against other platforms you may be on, multi-streaming, you know what I'm saying, getting your content out to as many platforms as possible in the most sufficient way as possible technologically, that's something worth investing in. And I would strongly suggest that you do your due diligence, like I tell you on anything, before you go with whatever type of situation you go with. Like I say, whatever suits you, what you got going on, and what you can afford, because it can get very expensive, but it's worth it, right? So, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna never be up here just don't do this. Nah, man, that's a scam. Like, nah, man, all of that stuff ain't a scam. You know, you just gotta have the right type of perspective, you know, discernment to be able to know when you're engaging with some fuckery and when you ain't. Understand when you tap in with your brother, straight, raw, and uncut. Hey, real talk. We don't do fake shit over here. I could be doing a whole lot of stuff with my Sunday and sit up here shooting the shit with y'all about a whole bunch of bullshit. Right? Now, when we come to the young brother CENAT, man, do I think he's an industry plant? Yes. Do I think he started out that way? No, of course not. Right? But when the algorithm favors you, for whatever reason it does, it ain't up to you. And I can think of a couple reasons. Okay, I'll let y'all know one. One of the reasons because the unintelligent artificial intelligence knows who we are. I'm gonna repeat that. Get your mountain water, man. I was in that yard today, man, pulling up all them weeds and cutting them damn trees and stuff down them bushes. And I cut the grass, you know what I'm talking about? And it was a hell of a workout earlier today. Make sure you keep your yard together, man. You know what I'm saying? That way you stay slim and trim like me at 43. You did? Nah, but yes, I think he's become an industry plant. I don't think he started out that way. Not everybody who would be considered an industry plant, and in fact is, start out as such. See, this is why YouTube operates in the way it does now, as well as across social engineering, social media. The unintelligent artificial intelligence is growing. It's expanding. It's getting smarter. Now, understand, y'all, when we're dealing with this unintelligent artificial intelligence, it cannot, as I always tell y'all, and will always emphasize, in fact, I will even overemphasize, that it cannot create. It can merely duplicate, manipulate, replicate, mimic, copy, manufacture, right? Mirror, if you would. It doesn't have the ability to create. It needs our creative insight and input because we have been given the ability to create. But it can manipulate that. Understand that in ways that, due to desensitization in this reality, that we're not able to even process. We're not even able to perceive because we have been so dumbed down. Psychologically, perceptually, as well as in many other ways too. And they put these guys in front of us, the CENATs, the Duke Dennises, the Neons, the Aiden, whatever his name, Aiden Parks, Aiden, whatever his name is, man, the white boy. Even your Charleston Whites, your Dr. Umars, and such of the like, right? They put these people in front of us. The unintelligent artificial intelligence, like I tell y'all, knows who we are. Or should I say, it knows who we are and what we are. And it knows how to play upon our trauma, how to manipulate that. Most of us come from very meager beginnings, meaning we come from poor family. When I say poor, I mean working poor. Most of us come from average working backgrounds, average stuff, if not from situations of out of poverty. Most of us. Most of us wasn't born with a silver spoon in our mouth, Miss Hawkins. It is going to get out of hand. It's already out of hand, Lucy. It is currently out of hand right now. Right? But it's controlled chaos. And the unintelligent artificial intelligence understands how to manipulate chaos. Knowing that most of us come from very meager backgrounds, also understanding how we can be manipulated by that. Definitely, Lucy, definitely. Right? And cross-referencing all the information they have on each of us individually by how we have uploaded aspects of ourselves to its mainframe, which is the global network, via social media, or what I call social engineering. You got Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, Discord, X or Twitter, right? Rumble, right? Truth Social, or whatever other Bigo, whatever social engineering, social media platforms that there may be. All of these different platforms, if you use how many number of them you use, you're uploading different aspects of yourself via social media or social engineering. And I say different aspects of yourself because the way you engage on Facebook often is not the same way you engage with your Instagram profile or your Snapchat or your YouTube or your TikTok or your Twitter or your what have you. So you're uploading different aspects of your digital self, your residual self-image, the digital projection of your mental self up into the mainframe of the World Wide Web. And the unintelligent artificial intelligence, with its vast network and extremely, extremely powerful advanced technological capabilities, it can therefore access all the systems, all the mainframes, all the constructs, electronic constructs that it is connected to It can cross-reference all this information basically simultaneously and know exactly who you are, know what gets you, know what to advertise to you. Y'all know this to be true, whether you realize it or not. You look on your Facebook feed, you was kicking it with your girl, your homeboy, talking about this. Next thing you know, hey man, let's go to Red Lobster. Next thing you know, you're riding down the street, you're looking on your phone, on your Facebook feed, you see a Red Lobster coupon promo pop up on your phone. The unintelligent artificial intelligence is listening and watching, downloading, cross-referencing, archiving, tracking, and tracing. Right? Understand this, y'all. And it knows exactly who you are, what makes you think, what makes you tick. It's cross-referencing your medical records, your school records. If you have a criminal record, that, your tax record. It knows who you are connected to via your bloodline and your family due to your last name. It cross-references all this information. If your mom was on welfare and you ever got Medicaid, if you ever got student loans to go to school, any type of public assistance, if you were ever in any public system like the school system, it cross-references all that information and it knows exactly who you are. Meaning, when it sees these people coming online, now it has opened up these various platforms where we can all upload versions of ourselves via our content. Lucy is a great content creator. Lucy over there showing her making them beautiful meals out on the Hudson River. You know what I'm talking about? on the public yacht. If I lived in New York, I would go out on a boat ride like every weekend. You know what I'm talking about? Even as dirty as the Hudson is, I still would go on them little boat rides, ferry rides, and stuff like that. Because I just like being around water, you know? But all that I just said, it takes the CENATs, it takes the Duke Dennises, the Neons, the Aiden, whatever his damn name is, right? And make these goofy ass, corny ass people with no talent, it makes them popular. And since Google, parent company Alphabet, is connected with so many other brands, and they're all owned by BlackRock and Vanguard, of course they use their networks to promote their businesses, which generate funds in infinitesimal amounts for these people. That's why they're so wealthy and rich. You don't even know who most of these people are. So it ain't nothing to make a little young Haitian immigrant, firstborn little black kid out of New York who has a little bit of charisma about him, a little bit of magnetism about him. Not really that talented though, really not gifted in anything, or anything that we've seen. It don't take a lot of skill to be nice in video games. All you gotta do is play the motherfuckers, and you know you'll eventually learn how to be good at them. You know, and it takes them and it sees the influence and it amplifies that, it magnifies that, spreads it across the networks, right? And now, because the gaming industry is a huge industry, not knocking it at all, don't ever get it twisted. I would never knock the gaming industry. I used to like to play video games when I was a young boy. I'm just not into it anymore. But I don't knock it. You know, I've been really thinking about getting back into playing Tekken, man, and get my own Twitch game popping. I used to be a beast in the Tekken. We used to play money for Tekken. I used to gamble for Tekken. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get a page on the platform where you can gain some type of financial, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, some financial stability from, you know what I'm saying, for doing something that you absolutely enjoy doing, I'm not knocking that, right? But at the same time, it's not a talent. It's not a gift. It's a skill that you can develop. It's not a talent or a gift, right? But the unintelligent artificial intelligence sees how it can use people like Kai, like Duke, like Neon, like Aiden, like Adam 22. What's the other white boy? 1090 Jake. Make them popular, make them famous, speaking on things of which they know nothing about, don't participate in, right? But they can be used because they have a magnetism toward them that people like, if only the algorithm favors them and amplifies that, make them actually more appealing than they actually are, but at the same time, put them in a predicament where they can get these brand deals from partner companies, Nike, Target, all owned by BlackRock and Vanguard, right? So they can further influence people to tune in, tap in. This boy done did. Let me correct this. Ty is a grown adult. Kai is an adult. This young brother, this young brethren had a week-long stream or something like that. Y'all got to understand what this is doing. Brownie, what's up, baby? Y'all have to understand what this is psychologically, perceptually, preemptively programming and preparing us for. I keep telling y'all about the metaverse. I keep telling y'all to go watch Ready Player One. I keep telling y'all about human brain computer interfacing. All of this stuff is perceptually, psychologically preparing us for this stuff, to engage with each other in these spaces on a permanent basis, deeply submersed, right, in this what they call submersive technology with this human brain computer interfacing. And see, when we see Kai doing week-long streams where we're tapping into every aspect of his life, but we're tapping in via online, y'all got to understand it's preemptively programming us perceptually, especially, to engage in with each other by these means on a permanent basis. So then how will we be able to tell actual reality from virtual reality? Now they're bringing in augmented reality, and now they have mixed reality. So people like Kai are absolutely industry plants being used to get us to engage online. Y'all got to understand the bottom line is to get us to engage online. Hashtag that. You heard it here first on A Real Talk podcast. They want to get us, right? You got to understand this, man. They use these people, Kai, Duke Dennis, Aiden, Neon, what have yous, right? DDG and all these guys, right? Make them popular and famous. Make them wealthy with these brand deals and these endorsement deals from their branch partner subsidiary corporations. They then give these guys money to have influence in their various communities, various audiences, buying 1,000 people PlayStation 5s and giving away money, and week-long streams where all your world's artists come through who are owned by these very same companies, have the same type of endorsement deals, the same type of brand deals. See how it's all connected? Think about when Kai was doing that week-long, month-long stream, whatever he's doing. He had all your celebrities coming through, further influencing, enticing, manipulating, especially the youth, to tap in online. The main goal is to have us all engaging with each other online. That's why they're coming out with all these things like Temu. All these places where you can engage and go purchase things online. They want you to go online. That's why TikTok is made in the way in which it is. And everybody's just thirsty for money nowadays. And they thinking that TikTok is a way we can make some money. Let's all just go online. Y'all got to understand what's going on. You have to be able to connect the dots. Oh, I even see you, Renz. What's good? What's up with your brethren? My brother Victorious Renz tapping in with that beautiful Caribbean food that the brother be making. He said, facts, puppeteers controlling the push agendas and celebrities don't even know it. Digital socialization, man. Listen, that's a hell of a term. That's an Orwellian term for your ass. Digital socialization, or what I call social engineering. And see, this is the thing about it, y'all. And this is why I tell y'all have to be aware of the unintelligent artificial intelligence, right? There's nothing social about social media. Let me tell y'all why. Because we're not engaging with each other in real time physically. The whole thing is to get us to interact and engage with each other in real time, digitally, holographically, electronically. Do you understand? But understand this. Social media, social engineering, the internet is built on a set of rules. Rules that can be broken. Some can be bent. Some can be broken. Right? Is this sounding familiar to y'all? And this set of rules, since they can be broke and bent, that means those who have an understanding of what it actually is can control it and manipulate it. Also doing the same to people, others connected to the system, who aren't aware of the ways and how they're connected to the system, they can be manipulated too. So that's when we get our CENATs. What's up with you, cousin, man? How you feeling? My cousin Joe Berry tapping in. What's happening? Right? Understand the CENATs and the like, he's not famous because he's gifted and talented, even because he's charismatic and magnetic. No, that was just the conduit. That was just the catalyst that the unintelligent artificial intelligence could use to catapult him in the way in which they see fit. Or should I say, they is a correct term, or the way it sees fit. Once the unintelligent artificial intelligence understands, computes that you are somebody who could possibly very much easily manipulate it if only given a certain opportunity or the illusion thereof. Am I going a little too deep for y'all? Pause. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Are y'all with me? I just want to be clear because, like I said, I'm not a hater, man. And I know nowadays that word hate and jealousy and all that shit get thrown around because lots of y'all like kind of like women in that aspect, like broads in that aspect, calling everything hate and shade and all that shit. I'm actually proud for this young brother. I wish that young brothers like Kai would have brothers like me as their older player partner, big homie, to put them up on game to be able to navigate this stuff. But by the time they even realize how they're being manipulated or get tired of being manipulated, it'd be too late. right? But when you take a young guy like Kai, who basically came from fuck all, poor as shit, first generation immigrant out of Haiti, mom's growing up in the projects just like we did, and giving him this opportunity based off of his charismatic, magnetic nature that he has to an extent, and just amplified it. And now he can be controlled and manipulated because such a young brother, like most of y'all, most of us, ain't going to turn down bags of money and influence when you've never had it before. But that also means that to some extent, you will be willing to compromise things like your manhood, like your integrity, like your respect. And y'all just have to understand that nowadays, those three things are not things that are considered to be valuable amongst the masses. Clout, status, the perception of being successful, intelligent, and wealthy, that is what is the thing that matters nowadays. And the unintelligent artificial intelligence knows that. So if it actually can take people who come from nothing and make them into something, even though being made into something is based off of the most superficial things, like not having any real skill or talent, no really talent or gift or skills in anything, and just getting people to engage online. Y'all got to understand that that's the bottom line. Understand this. You heard this first right here on A Real Talk podcast. Your brethren, your brother, Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Stacks with the Facts, coined this phrase. The bottom line is to get us all online. I said the bottom line is to get us all online. Dr. Umar repeat 3 times. Neurolinguistic programming. The bottom line is to get us online. And I want y'all to start thinking like that. The bottom line is to get us to engage with each other online in these digital spaces. This is why they promote content that talks about the gender war, gang banging, out on hood, prison, politic content, racially motivated content, silly, goofy content like TikTok dances and challenges and shit like that. The purchasing of slave labor products sold for pennies on the dollar online by people who, through their charismatic, magnetic nature they possess to whatever degree they do by sharing it online. You got TikTok people who on TikTok in third world countries pushing these products for these corporations that are made by slave laborers in these very countries. And now they're pushing the products online. I gotta tell y'all have to go watch an episode on Black Mirror called 15 Million Merits, where the society is depicted as, in order for us to survive in this digital society of communal living. Remember I told y'all about assigned housing, assigned employment? And in order to gain credits to survive in this society, you had to go get on a literal treadmill bike and play video games to get credits. You lived in a assigned living quarters where 24 hours a day you would be pummeled, you would be drowned with advertisements from different companies. Selling you products that you really don't even need. And that's what TikTok is doing. You can go scroll TikTok right now. You're going to have people in Southeast Asia, people in Central South America, Europe, all with these large stocks of, slave labor products, electronics, shitty electronics, and goods and things of that nature that people just don't really even need, but they're just so cool It's just so cool. I gotta buy that. It only costs $3. Right? They're liquidating their slave labor made products to the very slaves who make the products. That's what your Temus is. That's what your Fashion Novas are. And all of those little online wholesale stock purchasing at pennies on the dollar companies. We got desensitized with this back in the day with Overstock.com, eBay. This is how we got preemptively programmed with this stuff now. And they're using guys like Kai to promote it. And that's a fact. Look how childlike TikTok is reducing the world's population. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with dancing, having fun, being jovial, and stuff like that. I think it's a good way for kids and adults to engage with each other and, understand that there's a generational gap, but we all are engaging with this new technology and we can have fun with it. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But I do see the negative aspect of that as far as being is getting us to engage online. Remember, like I told y'all, the bottom line is to get us to engage online. That's the whole premise of this whole situation with social media and everything else, is to get us to engage with each other online and get used to doing that. Do y'all understand that? Put a number 11 in the chat if y'all understand what I'm saying. And they're using people like Kai to do it. Understand when you tapped in with Kai, when he did the 7-day or the 30-day, month-long, whatever live stream, he live streamed for 30 days straight. Understand millions of people globally were tapped in, tuning in with his 30-day live stream. Do y'all understand what that means? Do you understand that when you can garner that much people in one digital space, that is telling the unintelligent artificial intelligence that the human race is ready for complete, right? Y'all remember these guys right here? I talk about them a lot. I'm going to pull it up on the screen for y'all. I talk about these guys a lot. I make this reference a lot. The unintelligent artificial intelligence is like the Borg from Star Trek The Next Generation. Resistance is futile. When you can get millions of people globally to engage and interact with you online, you are getting these people to sync and link via social engineering, social media, digitally, holographically, electronically. In some ways, people are being assimilated into this digital construct by tapping in with CENAT online as he streams online for a whole month straight. And while Kai was streaming for that month long straight, all his endorsement deals he had with all the companies that he's signed to or has a promotion endorsement situation with, they realized that their stocks exponentially increased. Meaning that they don't have to have physical stores in order to get people to engage with their products and consume their products. They will engage online, hence the Temus, the Fashion Novas, and all the online stores. You don't have to go to the store anymore. You can just go online and buy shopping and wait for the Amazon people to deliver the clothes to your house. Now you have this new addiction where people were just sitting at home ordering stuff out the fucking wazoo, and they get an adrenaline rush. It's just, I mean, it's overstimulating when they see the Amazon truck pull up. It's like, oh, it's like they're getting their fix. It's like they're shooting up digital heroin, which y'all heard me use that term before. And they're using the CENATs, the Aidens, the Duke Dennises, the Neons, the influencers to do it. What exactly are they influencing? And when y'all think about the board on the screen, remember, resistance is futile. You will be assimilated into the hive mind collective of the Borg. So basically, the unintelligent artificial intelligence is telling us resistance is futile. And we're going to make it so very futile because we're going to make some of y'all very wealthy, which is going to make some of y'all very envious, which is going to get y'all, influence y'all to all come running like the gold rush of the 1800s to the internet. Now everybody's an influencer. Everybody wants to be an influencer, a content creator, myself included. You understand what I'm saying? Now we're oversaturating the market to the point to where YouTube has seemingly lowered its threshold so more people can get monetized faster. No, it did not make YouTube easier. Matter of fact, it made it difficult. It's very difficult to get 500 subs genuinely, organically, without having to resort to talking about controversial shit that don't even represent who you are. You just want to do it for clicks and views. Therefore, contributing to the hive mind collective of the unintelligent artificial intelligence, therefore giving it more energetic sustenance. The more people join YouTube because it's seemingly very lucrative to be a content creator, and of course everybody has an opinion, the more people uploading content to YouTube, Google Alphabet's mainframe, the more trading, moving, trafficking, tracking, tracing, archiving of information is being gained and archived, coupled with its interactions with the various corporations that it is partnered in business with, to which now they can offer you advertising to where you can become monetized. So you need to throw some money in it, people be willing to do certain things. So when it seemingly lowered the threshold, nah, that just was a trick to get more people to come online. See, remember I told y'all, the bottom line is to get us all online. And most of us are in financial straits, meaning we're in some type of financial situation. Most of us are living check to check. Most of us are living hand to mouth. And if we can see an easy way to make some money, just like the gold rush of the 1800s, everybody's a content creator now. Everybody wants to be an influencer now. We all got our phones in our hands like this now, including myself. So don't think that this is me too. I'm just looking at it very subjectively from an outside looking in type of thing, as well as an inside looking out. And I'm piecing together, connecting the dots for y'all. Because most of us have lost our ability to connect these dots. That's why it's my responsibility, my obligation, as one who has given this gift of the sight to see. It's my obligation, my duty to share my content with y'all. And if y'all like it, if y'all love it, if y'all agree with it, y'all should absolutely be financially supported. I know I do. And that's what the algorithm, the unintelligent artificial intelligence, does not want. It does not want people to whom which it does not have control, influence over, to be able to manipulate, to have influence on people who are engaging online. That the unintelligent artificial intelligence wants to control every situation in this digital space, which is why it's trying to get us all online, because this is where it has the most influence and power and capabilities. In the real world, as we see how the real world is slowly becoming digitized, I would ever dare say roboticized, if that's a word. I've been telling y'all that the robot army is here. I'm doing a show on Monday about Dublin police in my city have now officially integrated robot police into the workforce on the streets. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, tap in and walk with me, sharing your social engineering. I keep telling y'all, I've been telling y'all, the smart grid is here. The robot army is here. And CENAT and him, those of his ilk, they're actually a part of ushering this stuff in too. Because like I said, the whole thing with these influencers, specifically the ones through Twitch, because they're getting the youth. They know that we have this innate desire to play, which is why they make it so cool. Like I've been telling you, it's going to be so cool. We can go online and stream on Twitch. We can watch people play video games. We can play video games. Ooh, we can get paid to play video games. This is why they came up with the whole online thing. When you playing the PlayStation or whatever, you Xbox, you playing whatever you playing, and you interacting with people online, talking to people online, cussing them out, playing Call of Duty, playing Grand Theft Auto, playing Tekken or whatever it is you're playing. You're interacting and engaging with people globally, digitally, online, not in real time in the real world. Do y'all understand what I'm saying to y'all? The bottom line is to get us all online by any means necessary. And if that means making some of us very wealthy, giving us a title of an influencer, what exactly are these people influencing? Are they influencing innovation? Are they influencing critical thinking? Are they influencing deductive reasoning? Are they influencing process of elimination? Are they influencing people to challenge the status quo? Are they influencing people to question the technology with which we are engaging with each other through and with via social engineering and the internet, World Wide Web, and these devices? What are they actually influencing? Are they individual free thought? Or are they influencing the latter or the opposite? Are they influencing us to go against the grain? And according to the situation with Kai, are they influencing us to develop a relationship with the Most High God, Yeshua HaMashiach? Are they influencing us to have a belief in God? And what God are they having us influence to believe in, if any at all? What exactly are they influencing? What is Kai influencing? If I would ever to interview Kai, that's the first question I would ask him. You know, this term influencer, Kai, comes around. You've managed to make yourself very popular. I'll admit you are a very charismatic, magnetic young man, right? Mildly intriguing, vaguely interesting. This newfound fame has to be something of a strange thing for you. Care to comment? What exactly are you? And they come up with this title, influencers. You're an influencer, Kai. What exactly are you influencing? And who are you influencing? Care to comment? I wonder what the young brother would say. Because I'm not saying this as an insult to Kai, but Kai don't seem like he's that intelligent to me. He doesn't seem like a very social guy. He definitely don't have no media training. I don't see him on them red carpets being interviewed and stuff. He has no media training. And this is what the unintelligent artificial intelligence does. It takes these people that come from our environments, and it thrusts them into this environment to where they be possibly going to a goddamn freak-off party. And knowing that you come from the environment you come from, knowing that if they dangle this carrot in your face, coming from where most of us come from, we're going to engage. And that's how they get us to get online. Right? Monique Robinson, what's up, loved one? The bottom line is to get us online. Now, all y'all that's tapping in, y'all can use that. Just pay homage, right? That's all I care, man. Listen, man, listen, I come up with stuff all day, man. Right? The bottom line is to get us online. The bottom line is to get us online. The unintelligent artificial intelligence doesn't have no influence, no say-so outside of digital spaces. That's why I always encourage us to get offline, engage and interact with each other in real time, in the actual world. This is why I post pre-recorded videos of the events that I attend in my city, Columbus, Ohio, to show y'all, hey, we need to get offline. We need to engage with each other in real life. We need to create live communication. We need to start linking up with each other in real life, creating content with each other, coming up with ideas, plans of action. This is what we need to be doing. We need to get the conversations offline. Put a number 11 in the chat if you agree with that. Right? Man, I'm about to sit up here and drop the link, man. I want to know what some of y'all think about this. Some of y'all got to say about this. Everybody, anybody is welcome to come up on the panel over here at Real Talk Podcast. You know, I'm a very good orator. I'm an even better moderator. If you come on here talking stupid, I will moderate that ass. You hear me? Pause. So any and everybody's welcome to come up. You know, what y'all think about this? Do y'all think Kai and his ilk are industry plants? Do y'all think that the unintelligent artificial intelligence is purposely making these guys famous so they can be used via their amplified influence to get the rest of us to engage and interact online? Or is Kai just a guy who got lucky because he's charismatic and magnetic and he was able to garner and gain an audience via Twitch and have it spread across multiple platforms and make a lucrative situation for himself to where he has brand deals? Mind you, he's not a rapper, he's not a singer, he's not an actor, he's not a political figure, he's not a public figure. Like, what does he do? What about Kai gives him the credentials to be an influencer? He streams on Twitch. Understand, Twitch is being used to get all of our youth, specifically and especially our very technically inclined youth. Understand, they do studies on this stuff. The kids who play video games heavy tend to be the kids who excel in STEAM. Pay attention. Peep the play. That's why it's garnered. That's why it's geared towards, advertised towards, formatted for children. But adults can engage as well. So what does that tell you about the unintelligent artificial intelligence? It likes to play on our desire to play. It wants to resort us to the thought processes, the thinking capacity of a child. Now, although children can be very intelligent, children can be very articulate, but for the most part, children are still children. And for the most part, the overwhelmingly mass majority of kids' cognitive skills don't start kicking in to about their late teens. So with the exception of some of these young people who actually develop a little bit faster intellectually, mentally, psychologically, it's not a common thing. Most kids are kids, and they're influenced by things that kids are influenced by, like video games, like dancing, like trending topics and trending challenges and stuff of that nature that you see on TikTok. Dancing. Think about how it's getting us all to sync and link through hive mind, collective thinking by all doing these challenges and these dances. Look how our natural ability to create fun for ourselves by dancing, look how that's being manipulated, duplicated, mimicked, copied, manufactured by the unintelligent artificial intelligence via apps like TikTok. To where we're all being brought down to a childlike state, psychologically, mentally, prospectively. So where you don't challenge what actually is going on, even contemplate what's actually happening, which is a dumbing down of us to that of children. Because children can be manipulated, controlled way more than adults can, which is why they're going for the youth via stream, or should I say Twitch. Y'all have to be able to peep the play, man. This is why I call it the unintelligent artificial intelligence. Right? And they using people like Kai, using people like Duke Dennis, and whoever else. Exactly why they're doing it. You have to peep the play, y'all, man. You understand what I'm saying? I like Kai, man. Like I said, I think he's a very charismatic and magnetic young man. I think that if Kai had a player partner, big homie, in his background, putting him up on game, how to navigate these digital spaces, these different faces and places that digital spaces is going to take him to, understand what he actually is engaging with via the unintelligent artificial intelligence. Because remember, y'all, and remember what Morpheus told Neo in the Matrix, right? Right? Remember this, y'all. Remember this, man. This is why I say The Matrix was such a profound movie, man. Right? Unfortunately, no one can be told what The Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends, wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. Take the red pill, stay in Wonderland. I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. The Matrix is a system. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system. You have to understand most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so helplessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it. And this is where the CENATs come in. Right? You did. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. The matrix is everywhere. It is all around us, even now in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. And what is that truth? That you are a slave, everybody. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, into a prison that you cannot taste or see or touch. Prison for your mind. Right? That's the unintelligent artificial intelligence. Right? That's why you always hear me reference the Matrix. The Matrix, just like the metaverse, which we all is being tricked to come online and convene in and at. Go watch Ready Player One. They called it the Oasis. Right? These digital spaces, right, are built on a set of rules. Some of them can be bent. Some of them can be broken. Right? But understand this, y'all. And this is what I don't want y'all to ever get away from. We are actual, and this is why they're talking about having artificial womb facilities. This is why they're pushing the whole thing with the LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee agenda. They don't want us to be copulating, reproducing by natural means anymore. They want us to have artificial insemination, in vitro fertilization, surrogacy, which is desensitizing and programming our women especially to have babies by non-natural means. Now we got these artificial womb facilities about to be popping up where you can go digitally design a baby. Father skeets in the cup, mother gets some of her eggs out, and the machines do the rest. Y'all can see my shows that I've done on Ecto Life. And if you haven't, go check them out. Just type in my name, Virgil Berry, artificial womb facilities. And at least 4 different videos gonna pop up. Right? See, the unintelligent artificial intelligence can't control us humans by natural means. Because it is not a natural thing. But through unnatural means, it absolutely can. Human brain computer interfacing. Just like Monique said, the Japanese haven't had a baby in 2 years. Right? So if they can have children artificially, if children are no longer being conceived by natural means, that means that they're being conceived synthetically. Which means this is a process that the unintelligent artificial intelligence can have control over. This is why they're pushing all these basically anti-life, anti-human, I would even go as far as to say, ideologies and campaigns with the LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee agenda, this whole gender fluidity, this whole gender equality agenda. All of these agendas, this LGBTQ, LMNOP, barbecue committee agenda, all of these agendas contribute to depopulation. And understand, the unintelligent artificial intelligence does not want us to reproduce by natural means. Why? Because it won't have control over it. But if babies are born in artificial womb facilities in which unintelligent artificial intelligence will have complete and total control, the babies being born as a result will not be natural humans. They'll be synthetic. Netflix, not Black Mirror, right? But Altered Carbon. Go check it out. Are there some sleeves walking around amongst us right now? Yes. Why do you think they show us movies like Avatar, movies like Surrogates? Human brain computer interfacing is on the way. The smart grid is here. Assigned housing on the way. Assigned employment already happened. Assigned housing already happening. Just not on the scale to which it's planned and projected. Oh, but it's here. So, man, listen, man. Like I say, when it comes to Kai, CENAT, and everybody else like you, listen, man. They being used, man. They being used to get us all online, where we can be manipulated and controlled. I want y'all to understand that is the whole premise and purpose of making people like Kai famous. It's the whole premise, man. Kai's not talented. Kai's not gifted. If they wasn't giving him all that money through his big boy sponsors he got, he wouldn't be able to help no goddamn body. And that shit ain't nothing but tax write-off to these companies, man. They can give away 1,000 PlayStations, man. They make them motherfuckers in mass. It don't cost a lot of money to make a damn PlayStation 5 or whatever PlayStation is at now. Right? And then again, it's taking away shine from actual roles in society, actually things in society that do matter, that people should be getting influenced by, like trade work, electricians, barbers, cosmetologists, hairstylists, plumbers, roofers, construction guys, people who actually contribute to the upkeep of our very infrastructure, right? These are the people who need to be made famous, making a lot of money. Because if it wasn't for these people, our society as we know it would collapse. And this is the reason why everything is becoming online. Even Kai CENAT had the robot over there. They had the Atlas robot, not the Atlas, but he had the, what's the name robot over there? From Unitree. Right? See how they're using these people to desensitize us for what's coming in our society while being branded, sponsored by these various corporations like Target, like Nike. They get paid to wear the clothes, they get paid to wear the shoes, paid to have the latest tech, the latest toys, and y'all just watch Kai, y'all like, ooh, I gotta get me one. Y'all gotta be able to peep the play, man. Gotta be able to peep the play. We about to get up out of here, though. I don't want to keep y'all too long. I just want to touch on this, man. Shout out to Kai, man. Like I said, I'm not knocking the young brother. I'm not hating on the young brother, man. I just know he don't know to an extent, but he definitely does know to an extent as well. I'm not believing that those guys are so naive that they really don't know the extent to what they are dealing with and who they're dealing with and what they're dealing with. I just don't accept that. I won't accept that. This is letting me knowing, or this lets me know that a lot of these guys are more than willingly, right? This lets me know that they're doing this stuff willingly, which means that they know they're selling out, as we would call it. You know, a guy like CENAT, he might not turn that $5 million Nike endorsement deal down in exchange to push products, in exchange to push certain narratives and perspectives. Talking about this is where I lost respect for Kai. And this is how I know he's being used and he's an industry plant. The way he speaks on us FBA, talking about he pushing that same line that Fat Joe pushing, Busta Rhymes pushing, talking about us blacks, us American blacks don't have no culture and all this. And as soon as I start seeing one of these niggas talk like that, I automatically know they're compromised. Right? Automatically know they're compromised. Not to mention the little fun boy shit I've seen with the young boy. Listen here, and I don't care what any of y'all say, how y'all feel about it. I am a man. Men, we do not engage in fun boy behavior or activity in any shape, form, or fashion. None at all. Not even jokingly. Right? That's good to hear, Monique, man. There's nothing wrong with being a follower. Listen, there's nothing wrong with following somebody. It's just who you're following and exactly where they're leading you to. Because in order to become a good leader, you have to be a good follower. Right? You dig? I call them the Khazarian demons because that's what they are. Right? But like I said, y'all, we're going to get up out of here. Y'all, I enjoy everybody coming out. Might do another stream later on tonight, might not, but I'm definitely doing that one tomorrow about the robot army is here. This is going to be like this is going to be like the part 4 or 5. The robot army is here. The robot army is here. Right here in my city, Columbus, Ohio. I keep telling y'all that Columbus, Ohio is the hotbed for the smart grid. The smart grid is going to jump off in my city. Now, I'm going to do a pre-recorded video on this. I heard that Intel is talking about ceasing constructing their facility they got out this way. We're going to get more on that later this week. Right? I only follow the Most High His lead. I know that's right. I know that's right, Monique. And I'm definitely one of the Most Highs. I'm gonna just say I got a strong relationship with the Most High, and the reason why I'm able to present the things on which I do is because the Most High definitely reveals things to me. So you can believe it or not. That's up to you. All right. But I have been given the gift of the sight. I can see this stuff. I see it way down the timeline. All right. And when we're talking about the young brother Kai CENAT, man, is he an industry plant? Of course he is. How could he not be? Right? Now notice in this how they spelled God. And to be accurate, no. And let me pull this up so y'all can see this yourself. I'm a journalist. Like I say, y'all, I have to use wit. I have to use tact. I have to use subterfuge and all types of stuff to get audiences to tap in, man. But like I said earlier, right? No, Kai Cenat was not fired from Nike for talking about God. Recent reports and rumors suggest that Nike ended their sponsorship deal with Kai Cenat. But the reason given by Kai Cenat on stream was that Nike asked him to stop talking about God. However, this claim is contested, with some sources reporting that the sponsorship ended due to other reasons and that Kai Cenat is still with Nike. Right? Kai Cenat said the reason why they ended their relationship because they didn't want him talking about God, specifically Yeshua. Right? The sources claim that he is still with Nike and that the reports of him being dropped are false. Right? Besides the religious angle, other possible reasons for the sponsorship ending could include controversy surrounding CENAT. Some reports mention other controversies involving CENAT, such as the bathroom incident, which may have led to the split. Nike's internal policies. Some articles suggest that Nike might have policies against influencers discussing certain topics, including religion. Right? So, you know, whatever. Did he get dropped? Did he not? Did they do it for the reason that he said? Who knows, man? It hasn't been confirmed or denied clearly. So at the end of the day, it could be true, and then again, it couldn't be true. What we do need to understand about Kai Cenat and those of his ilk is that they are absolutely being used to push these agendas. Nick Robinson said he might get like Kanye or Kyrie. No disrespect to young Kai, but he's a little dumb nigga, man. Right? He's a little goofy ass nigga. And if you're a real one, you know what I mean by that. He squares the pool table and twice as green. You know? He need an older player partner, a more seasoned player partner to be his advisor. This is why I suggest that now that they're making you influencer niggas famous, they're turning influencers into celebrities. I think it's mandatory that you dudes, especially coming from the environments we come from, y'all need to have an older homie, player partner who's been living this life out here in these streets in different various aspects, navigating different circles. I think y'all need to have us as a player partner advisor to help you navigate dealing with these people, dealing with this unintelligent artificial intelligence, and dealing with these broads. Now, you get a financial advisor to help you deal with your bread. That ain't what I do. Everything else, you definitely like they used to call them spiritual advisors, right? That's what a lot of y'all young, especially y'all influencers, so I say now that they're making y'all famous and making y'all celebrities, y'all absolutely like guys like Kai. He need a guy like me in this background, like whoa, nephew. That ain't it. That ain't the right way to go in. Pause. Right? And this is why they have ostracized guys like myself from the boardroom, from corporate America. They don't want free thinking, straight, heterosexual, masculinity, living off manhood principles, critical thinking, deductive reasoning. You understand me? Dot connecting. Intelligent, specifically black men in their spaces, because we'll take that shit over. And if you think they don't know that, something wrong with you. If you think that's not what it is, something even more serious is wrong with you. Right? Understand the reality in with which we are living. It's based on a set of rules. Some rules can be bent, some rules can be broken, but they can never be as fast as we are. The unintelligent, artificial intelligence could never be as fast as we are. Because we're not subject to the rules of the Matrix. We're only subject to the rules of the Matrix if we falsely believe that we are not, that the Matrix is beyond us, when in actuality, we are beyond it. That's why Morpheus told Neo, when you're ready, you won't have to dodge bullets. Right? And I'm going to leave y'all with that, man. Thanks, everybody, for coming out, man. I appreciate the engagement. I appreciate the participation. I appreciate everybody coming through, tapping in, watching, sharing on your social engineering, smashing that like button, clicking on the bell, subscribing to the page, hitting the bell, all of that. I respect it, man. Right? I'm going to drop some pre-recorded videos today, man. You know, I'm going to a nice little dinner later on, and I'm gonna film that as well. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, man, I'm really be out here in the paint, on the turf. You know, I'm about to do some traveling here in about another week or so. I mean, about another month or so. So we going on the road, getting the content for y'all. Tap in, walk with me, man. Smash that like button, click on subscribe to the page. Question everything, especially what you hear from me. Definitely question guys like these CENAT figures and all of that. All right? Question every blood clot team, y'all. Every blood clot team. Right? And brothers out there, remember, FBA all day, every day. All right? Matter of fact, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do, brothers. Right? Monday, we're going to talk about what's going on down here in Cincinnati now, because you know it's a little plot twist going on right now that the full video footage has been shown. Oh, and we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it tomorrow. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. We're going to talk about the robot police and the robot army on Wednesday. And then Tuesday, of course, you know, we got the Tuesday night wrap up. We got to talk about Gil. Gil, come on, man. And Gil is an arrogant motherfucker, though. He's a goofy son-ass dude, right? And we're going to talk about Gil. We're going to talk about Clarissa and Pat. We're going to talk about the WNBA and this fake-ass protest, walkout, whatever. Man, we're going to talk about it all on Tuesday, man. Oh, you already know, Monique, man. Listen here, man. Shout out to my brother, Red Supreme TV1, man. Listen, us real ones, we all engage with each other offline. We have conversations offline. Some of us, in fact, do business with each other. Real ones tap in with real ones, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I like this song that my brother Nauseous the Sick and John Boy made right here. You know, so y'all know I don't get into the whole. I don't call my brothers kings. There's only one king, and ain't none of us it or him. That's just my personal belief. So that's the term that I don't use, but I understand the sentiment behind it, which is why I love this song, Black Kings. FBA every day, all day, no days off. Flat out. E&E every day, all day, no days off. Flat out. I'm about my people. I'm about my brethren, my sister. I'm focusing on us and what we need to do as a collective to improve our communities. I ain't worried about nobody else unless they saying something about us, then therefore which you will get blazed, roasted, and put on the wall. Critiqued to the fullest extent of being critiqued. Yes, you will. Right? So y'all make sure y'all tap in, walk with me, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. E&E every day, all day, no day. So I'm going to leave y'all with the theme song, Black Kings. Tap in, walk with us. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir. What question is? going to hurt.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add green. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. Your girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I'm tired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, and I got it photocopy. Caught up on film, flow, tracks and sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I see the heat like 10 mini blocks, and I charge for a hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep
things.
my grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, shit be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get to use the whole. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child, they can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in the cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked judicial system. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings.